Alrighty, well, hey guys, what is up? It's a Maggie49, and today I'm coming at you with another video. Today, as you can see from the title, we are talking about the Specialist Crashed, found in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 in the multiplayer beta, and as well, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out in the full release of the game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And right now I just want to go ahead and make a quick disclaimer, is that of course it is just the beta at the moment. I am just talking about the beta while we do have it released. I just wanted to go ahead and just reiterate that of course things will be changing in the full release of the game coming October 12th. But of course I just wanted to go ahead and bring these videos out to you guys so you guys have that information and you guys can do your best in the beta. But for now, I wanted to go ahead and start talking about Crash. One of the main things that you can see mainly about him is that he is sort of like the medic of the squad. What he does have, is his main thing is the special, I guess, kind of sort of like a super stim shot, because it does go throughout the whole team and they get special or extra health. And that you do see in the beginning, you get it, I do believe, up to 200 instead of 150 if you're fully healthed away. So that's one of the cool things that you have. And of course, as a special equipment, he does have the assault package, which of course, as you just saw, you just drop it on the ground, you get some extra ammunition and you get some extra bonus points, which is one of the cool things that I like about him. You just get some of that extra bonus points when you get it and get kills, or when your teammates, and of course when your teammates get it and get some kills as well. So that's a pretty nifty feature. You do get some extra points out of that, and that goes into my next topic. What I wanted to talk about was the pros. With the pros, you're basically getting those extra points from him that can go towards your streaks, which will be super helpful whether you're playing competitive or in pubs. So I can go ahead and reiterate this now, but that's one of the few pros that I do have for Crash. The only cons that I have for him is that he's not too much, of course, of that offensive player. It would be nice to get a special equipment that does like a little bit more. But of course that one's pretty cool. I do guess that you get some extra ammo out of it. He's sort of that medic / armory type of person, just to get you a little bit of some of that extra health and ammo. And one of the cons that I wanted to go ahead and talk about is, I guess not really too much of a con, but basically it would be perhaps the amount of health that you get. I do know that's an extra 50 plus, and that already seems a lot in retrospect, because we already have 150 in the game so far. So I don't know, I wouldn't agree too much with the health. Maybe if they would want to put it down, or a little bit of a sort of regen property, because of course as soon as you get shot, then immediately that just goes back down to your normal. As soon as you put that stim shot back in you just raise up back to 150, and it kind of negates the purpose of using it. So one of the things that I would just be wary of is just, maybe if it would have like a regen property, like you go up to, as soon as Crash activates it, if you take damage, you're still slowly regaining health. Maybe not anything extra, you just get that little regen. It's so slight that you're still able to win gunfights and you're still able to regen back, and of course it will be faster. Maybe like for 3 to 5 seconds, that I think would be like a nice little addition to it. But that would be of course just in my opinion. Now for the modes I wanted to go ahead and talk about, we're really not too much in general. If you want to be using Crash, you want to go ahead and use, depends on which your playstyle is. I wouldn't see him be too much of use in Team Deathmatch or Kill Confirmed. You really don't have much use for just getting that extra health for, like, I guess maybe those team kills or whatever, especially for Kill Confirmed. Like basically I would see this more of course in Domination or Hardpoint, as you can see in the gameplay. It's really crucial when you're able to go into battle and you can have some of that extra health either just while you're defending it, or that extra health so you're able to push and win more of those gunfights. So that's one of the things that I would recommend if you guys want to go ahead and run that meta class. I do see it as Crash being super helpful when you're going for the objective, of course as being defending the objective. That's one of the cool things about Crash, sort of really giving me that medic vibe. It's drawing a lot of inspiration from, of course, Rainbow Six Siege and Overwatch, with this team and helpful base system to help each other out and of course get that win for your team. So overall, that's how I would see it. Of course, you just want to go ahead and stick to those modes if you're going to use them. Team deathmatch really won't matter. You just want to go for kills. You die, you just spawn back up and go back in there and get your kills. But mostly, I would see this be more in the competitive aspect for Black Ops 4. Lastly, I know this one's a bit of a short one, but of course, overall, I do see Medic as or Crash as a really good, useful. I see him very useful for the squadron or for whatever you're playing with. You are able to still being able and free to help out your team, whether it be ammo or armor or of course that extra health. If I do apologize for saying that. But that's one of the things that I would just recommend you guys running. As long as you always have a guy on your team that's running Crash, you should be winning more gunfights, getting some more ammo so you don't run too low. It's really one of those useful things. I do see Crash 50-50 being one of the most picked ones in the beginning of the lobbies, because as you know, as soon as you spawn in, you're only allowed to get 5 people. They're each different specialists for whatever match you're playing in. Of course, there was a beta. Sometimes there's be glitches where you can press it at the same time as someone else and you both get that person or the specialist. But of course, when the full release of the game, as soon as they start planning it out and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure it would just be one just simple person just getting it. And I do see this as Crash being a valuable asset in the beginning. 50-50, of course. Maybe you won't want to have that extra medic on your team. Maybe you just want another running gunner just to go for that objective or whatnot. But I do see Crash as being one of the most new and innovative things that Call of Duty has done, because not only do you help out yourself, but you also help out the other team or your team. So that's a pretty cool thing to think about, especially now in Black Ops 4. And I can't wait to see what happens in the full release of the game and see if they'll give them some extra stuff. You never know if they might take away that 50 health. A lot of the community seems to be a little bit uneasy at the 150, so if they might give them maybe just that 50 extra or that region that I was talking about. You never know. Treyarch is always changing and listening to the community. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions, make sure you go ahead and let them know in the Reddit or the community forums by Treyarch, because they're always actively seeking our feedback so we can go ahead and, you know, have like one of the best CODs, or at least a really good COD, so we can go ahead and play and of course have fun with. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys again for watching the video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and let me know. I'll try to be updating this as best as I can, of course. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Laters.